Hi guys, and welcome to Mom Babes, where every mom is a babe. And if you're like, Christina, I don't feel like a babe, I have hat hair. Well, you're among good company because I also have hat hair. Could we just look at what my bangs are doing right now? Anyways, I make videos for moms who are creatives, and if you're like, I'm not a creative, that's a lie, because raising a live human being is basically the most creative thing that there is. Be sure to subscribe and ding the bell to get notified when I put out a new video so you will never have to miss one. Today, we are going to learn how to make a birthday hat, but not just any birthday hat. We are going to learn to make a very cute fabric. I mean, this is obviously baby's first birthday hat, but you could, remove the decal and just do like a super cute upscale birthday hat. Mostly what's cool about it is that it is fabric, so it looks very nice. I went ahead and put like a little trim on here, and then the yarn pom as well. I do a whole separate video on how to make the yarn pom, which I will put in the notes below so you can watch that, or you can get a pom at the store. I'm gonna teach you how to make the hat from start to finish, including doing your own pattern. Do not worry, it's not that difficult. And for this project, you don't really need a high level of skill versus other parts of the birthday cake smash outfit. You do need some skill using the sewing machine and whatnot, but for this it's pretty straightforward. I mean, I guess I would say anyone can do it, because I'm sure there's someone out there that's like, I can't do this, but actually no, anybody can make this fabric hat. Challenge accepted. So you could do a very basic version of this. As you can see, it's like paper cardstock on the inside. So you could like put this together without the fabric, without the decal, without the trim, and just do a basic like party hat. But you can just get a basic party hat at the dollar store. And here we are not making a basic party hat. We are making a very cute fabric hat. I'm so excited. I'm in love with this. It is so cute. And it is part of a birthday cake smash outfit that I made, so I will include links to the rest of the outfit below. The materials you will need are, I have my handy dandy list right here, scratch paper for making the pattern, a pen or a pencil to draw or trace with, cardstock paper for the actual hat. You are gonna want a more heavy duty paper for the hat. You just need one if you're just making the hat. If you do want to do a paper decal, you'll need 2 pieces. Measuring tape or ruler, elastic 1/4 inch thick, at least 16 inches, a stapler, glue gun, and glue for the glue gun. So you're gonna need fabric. I'd say half a yard is plenty for just the hat. Scissors, yarn, or a pom-pom that's already made at the store for the top. The other option for the decal, instead of doing the paper, is to do a fabric one, in which case you would want to buy an additional fabric, probably not a matching fabric, so that it would stand out. And if you do want to do that to make it look a little fancier, you are going to need a additional fabric, and you will also need needle and matching thread to put the decal on there, and that will make sense in the video. Trim, which is also optional if you want to make it look a little cuter. But let's dive in on how to make our birthday hat. You will start by making your pattern. So you're gonna take a paper, 8.5 by 11 is fine. You're gonna come over 4 inches from the top and make a mark. From the same corner, you're gonna measure down 5.5 inches and also make another mark. So we have 4 inches, 5.5 on this side. Now we're gonna come over and make our curve. In order to help us do this, I'm gonna, like the good old math days, give you some coordinates of dots that you can make. So the first one is 2 inches by 2 inches, 2 from the left, 2 from the bottom. And then we're gonna keep the 2 inches from the bottom and come over to 6 inches. So you'd be 6 by 2 if you were doing X and Y. And then our next one is gonna be 1.5 inches from the right side of the paper and 4 inches up from the bottom, which I almost got perfectly. So 4 and then 1.5 inches from that side. And as you can see, when you put another dot in the upper right corner, it forms a scoop, and we are gonna connect these to make our pattern. See, that wasn't so bad. Pretty easy. It doesn't have to be perfect. I mean, if you want to get a protractor out, you can. Next, we're going to come down 1 centimeter from that mark we made at the top and take a straight edge. You can use your cardstock and connect that centimeter, like the bottom of the line where we drew the centimeter, to that dot right there. And a little U shape here at the top for the cone. And on the left side, we'll go ahead and draw a tab here, which if you're making a paper hat, you can insert right there. And so we have our pattern. Good job. Now I went ahead and corrected right here because it was a little uneven. So you can go back and make it as pretty as you want to your heart's content, so you do get that nice arc. And cut out your pattern. And now we are going to trace our pattern onto the cardstock. I really do recommend using cardstock as it's going to be more stable for a hat. If you are making a paper one, you do want to keep that little slit where you're going to insert. Since I'm doing a fabric one, I decided not to transfer it. So if you were doing a basic hat, that would be pretty much be it. You'd put it together, staple it, or glue it. But we are not being basic today. We are making an adorable upscale fabric hat. So we're gonna go ahead and cut the fabric. You can do a very rough cut all the way around. As you can see, mine's not very perfect because we're just gonna fold the edges over anyway, so you won't even be able to see how uneven they are. Now we're gonna take our glue gun and go ahead and secure it around the edge. The one thing I will say is that you do want to make sure that it's pretty taut so that you don't have any wrinkles on the opposite side of the hat. So I took my time pressing it down, making sure that it was taut on all of the edges. I'm really spending some extra time securing these corners so that the fabric isn't gonna flap up. So as you can see, coming around here, it is gonna pucker. So just take some scissors and make some little cuts around the curved portion of the fabric, and then you can sew or glue them down in pieces. So then they glue down a little more put together. Now for this flap area, I come in here and I make a diagonal cut on either side of the flap. And then I make sure to really secure down all of these corners on this side as well. If you, I don't mind getting hot glue on my hands. If it bothers you, a tip that you can do is to use a pen to go ahead and secure it so that, I guess you're not getting hot glue on your hands and they're not getting all sticky. So I went ahead and showed you how to use a pen there instead of using your fingers, depending on how much it bothers you. Also, like the amount of glue, I think makes a difference. If you have more glue, you're gonna want the help of the pen. So there we go. Now we are going to use our flap to secure our cone shape. If you were doing a paper one, you would insert it into the slit and then secure it. This one, we don't need to insert it. So just along the edge, go ahead. I do the top half of the cone first to kind of give it some shape. And I hold it for a few seconds until the glue dries. And then I went ahead and secured the bottom portion and made sure that it lined up the way that I wanted, and patted it lightly and waited for the glue to set. If you need to do another layer, that will work too. So we have our hat shape. Now we are going to make our neck strap. So we're gonna measure 16 inches of elastic, 1/4 inch thick. And then we're gonna tie a knot on one end and another knot on the other end, leaving about 1 inch on each side. Then you will grab your stapler once you have found the spot. Staple one side of the hat, make sure it is secure. And then if you measure your kid's chin, you'll be able to do a more accurate measurement. I left some more space on that side because I have a baby. But you can do the full 16 inches for like a kid of about 7. So you could be done if you were doing a basic hat, but we are not doing a basic hat. We are doing an upscale birthday hat. So we're gonna go ahead and add some trim on the bottom, which is optional, but I highly recommend. I think it takes it up a whole level. So I went ahead and measured it, left a little extra so that I could glue it on, and then I just glued it every 3 or 4 little bumps. I guess they're called bumps. And then when we get to the end here, I'm just gonna trim right there to make sure that it looks even. Notice I put it on the side so it's not as noticeable where it begins and ends. The back would be another good option. And you could be done now, but we want to make it look even cuter. If you want to learn how to make your own yarn pom, go ahead and click in the link below. I'll also put a link right here. They're really easy to make, and I think is the perfect touch to this. You can also just buy a pom at the craft store and use that as well. So I put the glue on the top of the hat and then secure it, find the poofiest, prettiest part, push it on there. There's not really a technical term for that. And then I put more glue underneath to make sure that it is secure, and just squash it, squash it, squash it until it looks pretty. And you could even stop here and it's a cute hat, but we are gonna take it up one more level and create a number decal. So you can do paper or you can do fabric. And if you do the paper, I recommend using a hot glue gun. And if you do fabric, I recommend doing the needle. So you can make little loops here and it'll make it look very, very finished. And you can see you have stitches that will go all the way around the number, which is just a nice, cute little extra touch. With the paper though, I found it was too difficult. So 3rd time's a charm. And I just ended up gluing on the paper decal, making sure that it is centered and that all the edges are pressed down with the glue. And that, my friends, is how you make an upscale, beautiful birthday hat. Woohoo! Tell me you aren't so proud of yourself. Ah, so cute. It's gonna look great in all the photos. Like I said, I am going to put links to the full Smash outfit below, and just various parts of the outfit if you want to pick and choose, and also the pom video. Thank you so much for making a hat with me. I had a lot of fun making it. Hopefully you had fun too. Hopefully you got some mom time to do something a little creative. If no one has told you yet today, you are doing a good job. Thanks guys for watching Mom Babes, and I will catch you on the next video.